One of the great things about Korean dramas coming to America as fast as they are, you find something that you weren't expecting. Recently, I was going to watch and do a review of I, the Executioner, which I still will here soon, but I discovered that it actually was a sequel to the movie Veteran. So I watched it and let's talk about it. So the story shows us our main character here called Jung Min Wong. That's the actor's name, not the character's name. I'm not going to delve too deep into him personally because if you've watched almost any South Korean movie, you at least know who he is. And he's a special investigative detective, and he in the movie we are introduced to him solving a run of the mill crime organization where you have people from South Korea basically stealing cars and redoing the stealer numbers and selling them to a Russian crime syndicate. Now the great thing about this character here is he's very rough around the edges, so to speak. He's charming, but he's also very stubborn, arrogant at times, and is willing to bend the rules to put the criminals behind bars, which is pretty par for the course with movies like this. But he does have a very strong human side to him, where whenever he cares about someone who especially has been wronged, as we'll get into in a minute, he's willing to do anything that it takes to get the justice that they deserve. So that leads me to talk about our main villain here, played by Ah In Yu, and he does a phenomenal job here of making you despise him. Everything he says, everything that he does, makes you root for his downfall. There's situations where it's kind of a little bit extra spoiler here, where he does attack a dog, and everyone is his plaything. That's what is made very clear from the beginning, and you really want him to fail. There were a couple instances where I was like, I really want to jump through the screen and put hands on him. That's how effective he was at playing this role. But essentially, whenever the story gets up and running, he is basically one of three siblings who is the head of a major organization, evil organization in South Korea, and he is essentially trying to work it to where he gains control of the certain aspect of the business that he wants from his father, and he is essentially not able to do that because he makes poor decisions because of his just habitual drug use and his just his love for violence around anyone that is anywhere near him. Now, how things start to unravel and bring the two main characters together is there is a character who's a truck driver who helps out the police with setting up these stings where they capture these criminals with these cars. He is laid off from a subsidy of this company, and he basically goes to try and get the money that he's owed. He forces him to fight his former boss, and he is beaten up and